Whoa, what's going on, guys? It is Zach here, and well, I don't know why, but the video I put up yesterday is getting a ton of views, and I don't know where it was shared or what's going on, but I normally get like 150 at most, and that one I think is almost at 2,000, which is weird. Like, I went to Joe and Zach Survival and was like, is that getting plugged, or like, did my dad put it in the description, or what's going on? And I have no idea. I mean, maybe people are like, oh, Zach, and they're looking for me. I don't have no idea. But regardless, if you guys have watched this channel for a little bit, you know that I wanted to do a lawn care company this year. Well, I didn't really feel it, to be honest. I've been trying to think of a company idea, and you know, the lawn care thing just wasn't really clicking in my head. I'm like, it's like I don't have any equipment. It kind of costs a lot of money to get into it, and then I need like a trailer and stuff like that, which I have a trailer for the car, but it didn't feel right. Okay, so a few weeks ago, 3 weeks now, I was at my dad's and he bought a new pressure washer, and the old one, he was having problems running. He said it's probably something in the carburetor. So I brought it home and I took the carburetor off. It was full of like gelatin looking stuff. Cleaned it out, put it back on, ran it a little bit, pulled it back off, re-cleaned it out, and it's worked fine ever since. So I pressure washed the deck over here. I got to redo it before I put on my water sealer, but I pressure washed that, and then I was back pressure washing the back, and it ran out of gas. Put new gas in it, yada yada yada. And then I was thinking, I watch videos of pressure washing online, and it doesn't look like it's super technical or difficult, and I wanted to get whatever company I did. I wanted to stay more on the residential side, not commercial, because then you get into these weird contracts, and I just thought, what's an easier company to start? Something residential or something commercial? And to start in a residential setting is way easier. So I thought, okay, so I could use this pressure washer because it's a gas one, 2,500 psi, 2.5 gallons a minute. It's not obviously like 5 gallons a minute or 8 gallons a minute, but it definitely gets the job done. It has a lot of power. I could do something like this, like start out on the weekends and work my way up. Like, you can wash your siding. It has the low pressure nozzle, and it has the in-stream hookup for chemical, so you can get your cleaners and put that on the house, pressure wash that. You could do sidewalks, driveways, siding. I mean, endless possibility. You could do decks, although I'd kind of want to stay away from decks because people might get kind of weird about that. If you mar up the wood, oh man. So that's the avenue that I'm looking into now, because I looked into the avenue for lawn care and I said, I don't know if that's really what it is, right? But then I can look into the avenue for this, and what would I charge for a house? I'd have to do a lot of research on, but it seems like a profitable thing, because really the way I would do it would be I would just start off with I'd order maybe a few signs online. Yard signs are probably I looked it up. They're like $20 to $30 a sign. So maybe order 2, 4, 5 of them, and $150. Get those yard signs. Make sure that my pressure washer's up running real good, and get the chemical. Do a little more research on chemicals, and see what works, what doesn't work, and then put out some signs. And I work in the evening, so I have up until 3 o'clock to do whatever. So line up a job, maybe, I don't know how quickly they'd come in, but here, there, set one up for the weekend and just go out there and give it a try. I mean, you can't really mess up washing someone's siding as long as you just use the right chemical, wash it off real nice. Like, how easy is that? Or doing like sidewalks, as long as you take your time and do it right, how hard can that be? And the thing is, I can practice all over, right? I got all the sidewalks out here. I got all the patios, and I can wash my house, like, yeah. So I thought, I got the pressure washer. I can easily obtain any of the chemicals, and in September I plan on getting an SUV or a truck once my lease is done, so I can really make this into an idea and maybe launch it next spring, summer, and it should be good. I mean, even if I just do a little work here and there, let's say I manage to average $200 a week, right? Maybe have like a job or two to start off with in the week, and then maybe nothing, and then maybe 3-4 the next, whatever. That's like, $800 a month extra. And yeah, so I got my gears turning, and if that actually turns out to be something, then we can go from there. But I mean, I have a trailer, so I have that opportunity to, like, if I needed to obtain like some sort of a water tank, I can put it on the trailer with the gear, and like, it's just a really nice avenue to go down. And a lot of people do lawn care, but less people do, I think, window cleaning and like house and siding, because I get flyers for lawn care all the time, but I do not get flyers for cleaning, siding, or anything like that. And I have a ladder, so I can go up the ladder and get like the eaves and stuff of these houses. That wouldn't bother me. And that's something that you can do rain or shine. Like right now it's drizzling outside, but if you're pressure washing, you're already probably getting wet, so you're fine. You can pressure wash all day long out there. And I'm not looking for something that's gonna replace what I'm doing now, replace welding, but something that's gonna get me that extra, if it gets busy, 20 grand a year, or even if it's 5 or 10 grand a year, that's a lot of money. So you start adding, I think about it as like, if you had a bunch of small ideas going, you could really make a lot of money versus putting all your eggs in one basket. So like right now we got like my main source of income, benefits and everything through welding at work, but then YouTube for my dad and I is like our little side income, which is nice. And then the extra time I have, because that doesn't really take a whole lot of time, it just takes a lot of ideas. Then the extra time spent not doing with YouTube, I could do pressure washing. Plus, I don't see YouTube as being an income for me for 10 years. I see it being an income for maybe another 5 years, maybe. The way things are going now, I have no idea, but I know that it's not going to be there forever. Whereas like pressure washing, that could be a forever business. People will always have houses, and they'll always have sidewalks, and they'll always need something pressure washed. So I don't know, I really like that idea. I like the idea of lawn stuff, but then I didn't like the idea of there's a lot to lawn care, and I'm sure there's a lot to pressure washing too, but I feel like there's a lot more to lawn care. And like, if your $6,000 lawnmower breaks, you're kind of out of luck, because I mean, going and writing a $6,000 check for another lawnmower is really hard. But if your $400 pressure washer breaks, writing a $400 check for another one isn't as hard. Yeah, so even if you got a small Harbor Freight trailer, one of those really small ones, you could totally load your pressure washer and everything like that. And I like that idea because that way you can just hook up and go. And then when you're done, you just unhook it in the garage and it sits there. So I like the idea of having something self-contained on its own trailer, even if it is the small, like 4 foot by 4 foot Harbor Freight one, because you're not lugging it in and out all day. You have it on the trailer, you pull up someone's house, it's on the trailer, and when you're done, you bring it back, you unhook it, you push it in the garage, and you forget about it. So just an idea, but I'm gonna think hard about it. And yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and talk to you later.